Okay, it's Friday, and it's the decade of the 2000s. The science fiction TV programs that I like to watch. Let's talk about those.
Man Up with Mark. Mark talks about everything under the sun. You may agree with him, and again, you may not.
Yeah, we're in the 2000s now. How about that? Yeah, during the 2000s, all of my kids had moved out of the house. Myself and my wife were empty nesters, and we kind of started planning on moving to another state in the early 2000s. But that didn't stop me from watching science fiction TV programs. So, the first one up, a blast from the past, but modernized, Battlestar Galactica.
Moments ago, this ship received word of a Cylon attack against our home worlds is underway. We do not know the size or the disposition or the strength of the enemy forces, but all indications point to a massive assault against colonial defenses.
But no actual enemy has been sighted yet. Officials are saying there doesn't seem any doubt.
As of this moment, we are at war.
Multiple Dratus contacts, Cylon base star, and multiple Cylon raiders bearing.
Action stations, launch Vipers.
Action stations, launch the alert fighters. Cam ready?
Broken formation, razzle dazzle. Don't let them use their targeting confusion. Hold it together, guys.
You're the new breed of Cylon.
The last time anybody saw the Cylons, they looked more like walking chrome toasters.
There are 12 models. I'm number 6.
If the Cylons look like us, then any one of us could be a Cylon.
I mean, you wake up somewhere and you don't know how you got there or anything, you're drugged.
You heard the rumors? Cylons who look like humans, sleeper agents hiding in the fleet?
Another Cylon!
I'm trying to figure out how you managed to pull this kind of an attack.
Systems down. We're looking at a goddamn bloodbath. We're defenseless.
God, there must be hundreds of them.
The human race is about to be wiped out. We have 50,000 people left, and that's it. They've been tracking the ship all along.
If there are Cylons aboard this ship, we'll find them.
The day comes when you can't hide from the things you've done.
Humanity's children are returning home today.
Yeah, it got cool. Battlestar Galactica really turned the corner on this one. The Xylons looked awesome. In fact, the Xylons created humanoid Xylons that were trying to take over humanity. And again, it had the same storyline. You know, the 12 colonies that created the Xylons basically had the Xylons go against them. And you know what? It's kind of familiar to another storyline. Some actor by the name of Arnold Schwarzenegger was the bad guy in it. Yeah. Same premise. The machines started taking over and they wanted to kill humanity. And of course, that's when the Battlestar Galactica gang took off and tried to find a new world, looking for that lost 13th colony. But the storylines changed a little bit. All of the spaceships, looked much cooler, much more realistic. The Vipers, they turned out to look pretty cool. All of the alien spacecraft, they took on a whole new look. And the actors were awesome. I mean, they really got some good actors. Adama was Edward Olmos. I mean, he was awesome. He was the right pick for that character. And they had other characters throughout the series that really did well. The chick that was the android Xylon. Yeah, she was pretty hot. Yeah, I liked it a lot. Oh, that almost rhymed. In fact, it did rhyme. She was pretty hot, and I liked it a lot. Never mind. So yeah, Battlestar Galactica was fun to watch. And that lasted several seasons. I think it started up in 2003, went, I think, all the way to 2009. So yeah, it had a good run. Number 2, Farscape.
This is madness! On the ground now! What is the matter with you people?
Soft, yes. Weak, no.
I am in charge.
Boy, was Spielberg ever wrong. Close Encounters my ass.
Fine. Hurry! Got it!
This one was a good sci-fi and a good example of how cable and how the networks were growing. Originally it was on one obscure cable network and then it moved to another, finally making it to a more popular network. It lasted, pretty good. I think it lasted about 4 seasons. It actually started in 1999, and I can't remember the network that it was on. I don't know, some obscure network that not too many people watched. And I think it made it to the Sci-Fi network, and then it got to I can't remember if it made it to the CW or just what network it landed on. But it lasted till about 2003. And it was good. It was aliens and other worlds that were being visited. And the main character was a kind of a, what do you call him, a test pilot, an astronaut, Air Force type of test pilot that got into a experimental craft and they were testing it. And, bad shit happened, and he hit some sort of maximum speed, which transported him into the future, woo, and into another world, into an alternate universe type of thing. And then the story goes from there. But all of the aliens were cool. They were fun to watch. That funny little, goofy little kind of, I think he was like a king in his world, or some sort of supreme ruler. But he was dorky looking, and he was gross, and he put some comedic touches to the series. Farscape was cool. I liked watching it. Didn't catch it regularly. I didn't make it one of those that I had to watch every week. It was kind of hit and miss. But if I missed anything, I waited for the off season and I'd watch the reruns. So, it was good. This next program, I did make it a point to watch every week. In fact, my wife enjoyed this program. She's not much into sci-fi. Don't know if I ever mentioned that. She's not a big sci-fi buff. She's definitely not a black and white B-movie sci-fi buff like I am. But this one she liked. Fringe.
Olivia Dunham, FBI.
Most of what I'm about to show you has not been made public. Intel that's classified above top secret.
They're calling these events the pattern, as if someone out there is experimenting, only the whole world is their lab.
Anything, anybody you need, you can have.
His name's Walter Bishop.
My father.
He worked out of Harvard. He was part of a classified U.S. Army experimental program in an area called fringe science.
You're telling me my father was Dr. Frankenstein.
So much happened here, and so much is about to.
You fall in love with your partner, who betrays you, he dies in your arms.
I saw him last night.
Hello, Liv.
You're not real.
Walter, is that LSD?
It's a special blend.
Finding out that my father's giving drugs to bugs somehow just became a typical moment in my life.
Look at this. And he was there with us.
We've recorded him at over 36 scenes, all of which relate to the pattern. We refer to him as the Observer. But what he wants and why he's there, we don't know.
This won't hurt.
Is this Poli-Sci 101?
Not remotely.
Who was it?
Freshman.
Everybody put on their best trade jacket.
It worked, Peter. It worked.
Is it a cow?
This is insane. He is insane.
FBI!
The FBI is involved with this one. It's funny how that works out. You get all of these experimental, paranormal, weird shit and things happening on the earth, and the FBI's got to get involved. It was cool. It was good. The characters all played a great part. The elderly gentleman that played the, brainiac professor guy that did all the experiments, he played his part well. Started out at the beginning of the series as they had to break him out of a mental institute. He's kind of a wacky old guy at first. And then as the series wore on, he kind of shaped into things. This next one is a great sci-fi movie. Only lasted one season, though. Firefly.
The Lion said they were going to waltz through Serenity Valley, and we choked it with those words. We've done the impossible, and that makes us mighty. Just a little while longer, our angels are going to be soaring overhead, raining fire on those arrogant gods. So you hold. You hold!
What were you in the war? The big war you failed to win. You're a sergeant, yeah? Sergeant Malcolm Reynolds, Balls and Bayonets Brigade. big, tough veteran. Now you got yourself a ship and you're a captain. Only I think you're still a sergeant, Saint. Still a soldier. Man of honor in a den of thieves.
I do the job. And then I get paid. Go run your little world. No matter how long the arm of the Alliance might get, we'll just get ourselves a little further. Small crew, they must feel the need to be free, take jobs as they come.
She still has the advantage over us.
Everyone always does. That's what makes us special. Tell you, Zoe, we get a mechanic, get her up and running again, hire a good pilot, live like real people. You never have to be under the heel of nobody ever again.
You ever sailed in a Firefly?
No.
I mostly keep to myself, and I'm not whoring.
Because what this marriage needs is one more shouting match.
No, what this marriage needs is one less husband.
Big sound of the world wash?
Got us some crime to be done.
Mal, this is Simon.
You seem so young to be a doctor.
Simon Tam, we're bound by law to stand down.
This is my sister. The government was playing with her brain. I don't know if she'll be all right. I don't know what they did to her.
I get confused.
Or why. I just have to keep her safe. We're looking for a girl. This girl.
I think she's a reader.
Psychic?
Can't be controlled. Can't be trusted. Everyone could just go on without me and not have to worry. I'll be your bounty, Jubilee. And I'll just fade away.
Now! What is it that makes you so afraid of the Alliance?
Is that why you let us stay? So you could use us as bargaining chips? They're not taking her and you are not giving her to them. We lose this ground, we lose it all. You're going to hold this ground.
You turn on any of my crew, you turn on me.
No power in the universe can stop me.
We're still flying.
For any of you sci-fi nuts out there, you'll know that Firefly was a spin-off from another movie called Serenity. That was a neat movie, and Firefly kind of spun off of that whole thing. And the majority of the characters went with Firefly. Kind of funny, the guy who plays the captain was the guy who plays the Rookie. He's in the television series The Rookie. The guy who played the pilot. Again, I have a hard time remembering all of their real names, but the pilot is the actor who plays in Resident Alien on the Sci-Fi Network. Alan something. Can't pronounce his last name. Starts with a T. But yeah, those guys have done real well. And the series was great. It was a neat series about, kind of a renegade crew that they were kind of like mercenaries. They kind of did whatever they could do to make a buck through the universe. And they would run into ensuing danger and dilemmas. It was good stuff. And the Firefly spacecraft was pretty cool. Number 5 on my list today, the 4400.
Just changed course and accelerated again.
The comet cannot change course.
This one has.
But it's not a comet.
Massive, 100, 200 feet in diameter.
I have over 4,000 people that stepped out of a ball of light. Some of them have been gone 60 years. None of them have any memory of what happened to them.
I think I saw your brother.
Sean?
The Forgotten.
It's 1979.
They're dead, aren't they? Just 8 years old, only she was born in 1938.
The Forsaken.
We need to isolate these people.
They're not virus samples, they're human beings.
The Forbidden.
They're saying he killed someone just by thinking about it.
I'm a different man. Who knows what the rest of them are capable of?
The 4400.
Another one of those sci-fi shows that was aired on a kind of offbeat, obscure network at the beginning. I mean, the CW at the beginning was not a well-known network, but that's where it started. And it lasted a few seasons, and it was really good. I mean, the premise is really cool. All about all of these humans that were brought back to Earth from years and decades ago, that when they were captured, whether they were captured in the Bermuda Triangle or abducted from aliens in other parts of the country or world, they were brought back to Earth all in one fell swoop. And, the shit that happens when they come back was fun. It was interesting. Apparently, while they were up there with whatever, some of them were given some powers, and some of them, had issues that they had to deal with. So it was good programming. It was kind of a more drama. There wasn't too much comedic levity in any of the programs. It was pretty dramatic and throughout the whole season. And last but not least, for the science fiction television programs that I watched during the 2000s, Warehouse 13.
Top government agents have just been reassigned to the middle of nowhere.
Welcome to Warehouse 13.
What is this place?
I like to think of it as America's attic. That's cool. You're both joining me as fellow gatherers and protectors of secrets.
That was just the beginning. Now, the mysteries get bigger.
That chip allows you to see the future.
The secrets get deeper.
Just how long is this list of things we don't know? If somebody's walking through walls, the government needs to know how.
And the investigations get hotter.
Knock, knock. Who are you? Are we talking about invisibility?
So, you want a piece of me? Yeah! You take this seriously? You go, girl.
This was another program that my wife and I watched together. She liked this program too. She liked the camaraderie of the two main actors. I think they were FBI agents too, or some sort of special law enforcement that they came from, that they sent them to Warehouse 13. Now, the neat thing about Warehouse 13, other than all the, spiffy little ups and downs of the program and the whole storyline of how Warehouse 13 is holding all these artifacts because they hold certain powers, usually bad powers. And of course, these two agents had to go out and find these certain objects and get them into the warehouse for safekeeping. That was pretty much the gist of the program. But Warehouse 13 was located in South Dakota, my home state, and about 50 miles east of my hometown. It was located in the Badlands of South Dakota, which, again, were about 50, 60 miles east of my hometown of Rapid City. So I had to watch it. It was in South Dakota. Now, the agents would go all over the world and all over the U.S. to find these items, but they'd always end up back at Warehouse 13 in good old South Dakota. Come on, you gotta like that. All right. That's it for the 2000s. I'm sure there were a lot of other programs. With the amount of cable television networks that sprouted and the internet streaming that happened with different internet channels that started broadcasting sci-fi, the choice was endless. So, let me know out there, what ones did I miss? Guys and gals, send me a comment. Let me know what other programs were out there that you watched. Also, please like, subscribe, and ring the bell. And if you would be so kind as to donate to my Patreon, it'd keep this whole stupid podcast going. And I know you want that to happen, don't you? Sure you do. Sure you do. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Okay, sorry. I digress. Also, oh, wait. Sorry. Forgot to give you that Patreon address. It's patreon.com/manupwithmark. And you can always email me at mark@manupwithmark.com. All right, there we go. We finished up this week in the decade of the 2000s. Till next week, see ya.
If you have a question or comment, email Mark at manupwithmark.com.